Alright guys, and welcome to the episode 14. And today we're just going to merge the head and the bodies together. So it's not something very difficult to do. At the same time, once I finish merging the head, I'm going to refine the area around the neck. And if you have time, then we'll do a bit of blocking for the accessories and things like what you should be looking out for next week in terms of the clothes and stuff. So just run through a few things first. Again, okay, I'll skip the attendance. I'll go through the attendance later. I sent this out in your WhatsApp group yesterday. So they have MIP have actually sent an email to us and sharing with us that they are actually opening up their EAE soon. So EAE early admission exercise is all the poly and higher NITEC, they will kind of like open at the same time. Okay, it's not which poly comes first or whatnot. It's everyone will open at the same time and you can apply for higher NITEC or for poly. So for NYP, what they are doing one step ahead of everyone else is that they are preparing you guys. They are actually having this portfolio workshop to help you guys be prepared for the interview when you are going for the EAE at Nanyang Poly. So you won't go in without a plan. You won't go in without nothing at all. So you go in with something, to talk to them about. So those of you who have the potential or the opportunity, at least the chance to go for poly, go and apply for this workshop. All right, so the 27th of May to the 12th of June. Visit this website here, and you might need to actually send them an email and follow up with them from there. All right, it's not so straightforward. So there's a few things they need to do, especially when we are going through this COVID-19 situation now. All right. The rest is more like a tour in the school, or get to know the students, or get to know the school a bit more, the lecturers a bit more. So on your own, same thing, just go and run through them. Some of them are on Facebook. All right, so you got to search them through Facebook and stuff. I strongly recommend you guys to go for the workshop. This workshop, I would say, is very very useful for those who even if you go for the EAE, you don't get accepted, right? At least you learn something from the workshop. Okay, similar to control alternate delete, it's a new skill, new knowledge for you to go and gain. Nothing to lose, so just go for it, right? So your attendance for today, let's see. Who is not here? Akil, Faid, Hanif, Zach, Ling Ying, Nadia, Sherilyn. This should be Wei Ming and Crystal. I'll give you all some time, go and update your attendance. Make sure you go and click yes and submit your attendance. Okay, I already sent a link in your asset creation under your MS team. Okay, now this link here, this Google link, is a new empty folder. I want you guys to upload your latest Maya file only. So here Wei Ming have already submitted one, so this is exactly what I need. Just your Maya file. I don't need your the whole folder and stuff, because sometimes it will take up too much space, and then later I have to delete away all your folder. So don't waste time to upload the whole folder, just upload your Maya file. What you can, okay, good. So what you can help me with is to maybe rename your file. At least I know that, oh, this is Wei Ming's model. You know what I mean? So when I review your file, I know that, oh, this is Wei Ming. Because sometimes your owner, you'll come up with those fanciful names that I won't know who is it. So let me know at least your name during your review. Alright, so next Monday morning, I'll be running through your review as much as possible. If everyone have submitted, then I'll go through all of them. If not, a bit wasted, because the second batch, I might not have time to run through the second batch of review. Right, because next week we only have like if I take away Monday for review, then I will only have Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday to run through with you the accessories. Right, so please upload as early as possible. Nothing to worry about. If you have problem modeling, don't worry. Just put it in. Let me take a look so I know where is your progress. If you never do anything, just drop a message to me. I'm not going to scold you or whack you, because when school reopen, you still have to do it, correct? So just put it in so that I know how is your progress. Nothing to worry now. I'm not minusing mark whether you submit or never submit. I'm not going to minus mark. Just submit so that I can see I know where you are, I can help you. That's it, simple as that. Still on head blocking, RIP, aya. Okay, that's why you submit, then you do something a bit, even if it's wrong. You submit ready, I see where you are, I know your difficulty, I go through all those things before as well. I will guide you along what are the potholes to avoid. Okay, so what's next? Then we go back to lesson already. So I don't have anything much really. Attendance wise, you all have to jaga yourself really. It's just one more week and then it's school holiday. So okay, yesterday we did the head, or actually we did the ear. Yeah, it's good. It's alright that you are still modeling the face. Really, take your time. I'm not expecting you guys to finish the whole face within like 1 week. Face is not something like easily you can achieve one, you know. So take your time, learn something about the modeling process, learn something about yourself as well when you are modeling. Because modeling the face, like I say, got different approach. If you watch some tutorial, some will model using the plane method from the front view, then they'll rotate to the side and then they'll move all the vertices to form that 3D shape. Some will use the blocking method. For me, I kind of like combine both because I find that it's much easier to kind of achieve it. But you realize the first few videos that we do, especially for the head, it looks kind of creepy and shitty. So you have to slowly refine the model. This is part of the process. So don't worry, take your time, right? But you do already, show me already, yeah, no idea. My guy face looks very old. Is it a good thing? No, maybe there's too many lines going on. So Monday I'll go through with you guys. Okay, so let's continue from here. I think this model here, okay, actually what I did before this lesson, I just did something for fun. I went to texture the model. I went to put in the face texture. So just for fun, of course I'm not going to use this. I'm going to improve on the texture in the future. But at least I just want to see whether the faces textures map up together or not. So now that I'm done with it, I also tweak the body a little bit more. Okay, where the neck, now I'm going to just combine the neck and the body together. So once I combine, actually both left and right here will be disappear because they are duplicate special. So I just delete them, it's fine. Brandon, I'm struggling to connect the hand and the body together. You are talking about the wrist area here, or you're talking about this arm area here? Okay, the key thing when you're merging is always try to ensure that both objects have the same amount of edges, which is what I'm going to do here as well. Okay, for the neck and the body. So I'm going to count how many edges I have at the border. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I know now I got 4 edges here. What about the head? Looks definitely more than 4 already, and it's going to be, looks like it's a bit more tough compared to the ear. So now I got 12 edges. It's 3 times more. You know, so I have to kind of either 12 drop to 4 or 4 increase to 12. You know, yeah, wrist area is always hard. So it's kind of similar like what you see now. 12 become 4, 4 become 12, that kind. So take this lesson and see how you can apply it to the arm. Alright, so I'm going to try moving these 4 edges down slightly. Does my neck look too long from here? Okay, maybe I need to balance it out as well. Okay, and need to delete away some faces maybe. So one good thing about deleting this face here is that I actually now created 1 more edge. Now I got 5. Because I delete 2 faces here, and now this edge is exposed, so now I've got 5 edges. But that's not really the case here. What I want to do is really to merge the two together. So shift right click, combine. Okay, just reassign the material to Blim. And I'm going to slowly merge the vertices together, or bridge them together. So merge vertices, target well. Those that are closer to one another, I will try to merge them. in bridge, and this is what we have. Weird looking stuff. Okay, so I'm going to slowly cut the model. So good thing is that my body have less body count, so I can actually afford to do things like this. If you have a high body count, you'll find that trying to merge the vertices together might be quite tough. I'm just going to fill the gap up as much as possible. Okay, so at least now they are kind of like combined together, and then I'll slowly go in to cut the edges or combine the vertices together. Okay, I'm not really thinking much at the moment. I just like, oh, I got one edge here, I just connect first, you know, the kind of stuff. Then once I connect everything already, then I slowly going to refine further. So again, I'm not thinking much. I'm not like, oh, I have a plan, you know, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. No, I just connect the vertices first. Then I see what I have, then I will adjust later on. Okay, so now that I kind of connect most of the vertices together already, I can kind of see that some of the edges are spreading to other areas, like these edges here are going to the back, these edges here are merged somewhere around here, which I want to do something about it. Here is kind of going over to the shoulder, and the front is going over to the collarbone and the chest area here. So I kind of like split out the 12 edges to like different sections, which is a good thing because now I can tackle them one section at a time, you know. So maybe I'll tackle the front first. So with that, actually I need to kind of use some reference to guide me along. Okay, so I'll upload this over to your MS Team later on, but this reference here is going to guide me. It's not really about topology, but in terms of the body shape, where is the collarbone located and stuff. So it'll be slightly easier for me to connect those lines. Okay, so I have like a collarbone around here going over to the deltoids. So I'm just going to connect one each loop. Okay, so we have these muscles behind the ear going towards your collarbone area as well. So I think it's somewhere around here. Okay, and you can also see that this edge here is a bit too long compared to this area here, right? So I'm just going to connect and continue to add a few more edges here and there. next we have something over here. Let's see, I'm going to connect over here. I'm going to try doing something risky. Okay, oops. Okay, so this neck area here looks a little bit uncomfortable to me, so I'm going to try removing this edge loop and see what happens. I find that the neck is a bit too skinny, so I think removing it is a good choice. Okay, so now it's slightly wider. Okay, but I still need to do quite a few cleanup. The muscles here might be a bit too strong. Let me undo and check the edge that I just removed. Did I remove it correctly? Yeah, okay, yeah, correct. So this one I'm going to remove it. Okay, I'll come back to this area later on. Okay, this edge, I need to remove it. Where can I connect? I don't really need too many edges at the bottom, so maybe this one I can kind of end it around here. Something like that. Okay, so the shoulder area definitely looks very uncomfortable to me now. I'm going to relax it later on and shape it up again. Topology here looks good. Okay, let's see. Want it to be going this direction, so let's match this. So I kind of have edge loop that is going this way. Okay, now to check the front, whether the edge loop is flowing smoothly. So not that smooth, looks a bit weird around here, so I have to clean up the one. Okay, so I removed this center line here behind at the back. Reason because I think there's a little bit too much edges already, so I prefer to keep it simple. And I'm going to just spread out some of these edges a bit more, make it a bit wider, because it's like the back muscle, the shoulder blade area here. Okay, what else? Okay, I decided to make a triangle here. In fact, I can actually make it into a quartz if I want to. Okay, so that we kind of have, maybe I will bring it down lower. Multi-cut. Somewhere around here. Again, these are small little details. Eventually, your character will be wearing clothes, and some of the things won't really be noticeable. Yeah, back to this line, which I haven't really fixed yet. Save the file. Okay, the file crash. Okay, I'm going to kind of merge it down as well. So let's see if I can bring it over to here. Okay, cool. So this area is not fixed yet. So earlier on, I kind of make the edges go towards the center, and I realized that once I duplicate special, right, the muscles are too sharp, too obvious really. So I decided to remove the edges and spread it out a bit more. Just recall I haven't really fixed this problem yet. So this is going upwards. Want this to be together. pretty much the same thing. Decided to add one more line here just to fix this. Just going to check whether I can connect this edge somewhere to the wrist area, which seems like it's possible. I can actually add one more. Save the file. Great. So most of the edges, I mentioned again in the video earlier. Like earlier, I got 12 edges, right? So we separate them into different sections: the front, the shoulder, the back, and now the shoulder is able to kind of link everything to the wrist, which is good. So it doesn't just stop there. This is actually quite tricky to do, but it's quite fun once you manage to send them out, to where they are supposed to be. Okay, so here I'm just trying to spread out the edges because they are still quite wide. I might eventually add more edges also, because this is really too wide already, this area here. So let's say I add some edges, then I combine them. Okay, so if I were to remove the edge that I just did, right, then this whole area here can be widened up, which means I can add one more edge for this. So where else do I have issues? What if keep it for now? Anywhere else? Okay. Okay, so I can take that edge out as well because it's a complete loop. Oh, just saw this. So let's see, where can I go with this? Okay, let's try to merge. Okay, anyway, you realize that after doing so many things here, once you do the clothes, all this topology here will change. So not necessary to do what I just did. What I'm doing here is really to just share with you if you are intending to do a character that can be moving in some areas like that, then your topology will be useful. Okay, so I'm going to save the file. I'm going to just maybe relax some of the model a little bit. Okay, this sculpting tool is really a time saver. In the past, when Maya doesn't have these tools, we have to manually move it ourselves, and it's quite painful because the way we have to move it is through eye power. Unless you really rotate around like what I'm doing now, you see that vertex, if it's out of place, you move it up manually. Okay, so it's still required, but it's not as painful as doing everything all at one go. Okay, save the file again, just do some double check. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is just to add in some supporting edge loop. Again, why I'm doing this is the spacing between them is way too much. When I say them, I'm referring to the polygon. You can see like the elbow area, the polygons are very close to one another, they are like smaller. Whereas for the wrist or the bicep area onwards, they start to be way too long. Okay, so I need to kind of like add one segment in between them. And the reason is so that when I do my unwrapping and texturing, my texture doesn't stretch too much. Okay, that's one reason. Also, another thing is that some areas I can still forego it because when I smooth it, what happens is that subdividing the model actually divide the spacing quite evenly as well. So just to show you what I mean, go to polygon. We did this before in term 1. Not sure if you guys recall. If I smooth the model, okay, this is actually what's happening. It's kind of similar to pressing 3, but in 3 mode you don't see the subdivisioning happening. So when you subdivide the model, Maya actually add more edges inside, so it becomes slightly more proportionate. Okay, so undo it. So the more proportion polygons you can do, you can help the model. Then when you subdivide at time, it will be better. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I selected the center edges. I'm just going to make sure that the edges at the center are aligned correctly. It's not like off. Then that's it, I'm almost done. Okay, so just going to double check that I have selected only the center edges. Okay, so in the X-ray mode, I'm just going to remove anything that is extra. Okay, so this is one example, your edges is out of place. Everything else is fine. So once everything else is fine, using the scale tool, scale it, okay, 1 to X, and snap it to the center, and that's all we need to do. Save the file, I'm going to save as an increment as well. But then, okay, so now I'm going to share with you guys how we can actually do the clothes, and once we do the clothes, you again will realize that whatever I just did is kind of like redundant, but it's still okay. Good to always learn something. I'm going to start off with a t-shirt first. So now I already merged the body together. So to do a t-shirt, I just have to duplicate the model. Okay, you don't have to use duplicate special, just a normal Control D to duplicate the model will do. And straight away, I'm just going to delete away the parts that I don't need. Delete. So I don't need the head as well. Okay, in fact, maybe I should be keeping this. Delete this and select the head, delete them away. So okay, let's see if there's a better tool to use rather than just scaling it. Let's try the sculpting tool. Is there another tool that I can use? Can I use this? Okay, let's try. No harm trying. So I'm going to use lattice. The usual way I do is I manually scale it up, but now I'm just trying to see if there's another way. So using the lattice, just going to pull it up. Okay, you can't really see much because both material are the same, so I'm going to change the material. So Lambert tree was previously used for some of the image plane, if I'm not wrong. So I'm going to, anyway, I don't need image plane already, so I can break the connection for the image plane, change the color to something more easy for the eyes. Rename my Lambert tree to green. Delete history. Okay, now let's go back to modeling. So I'm going to use source selection. I want to make sure that those areas that are clipping into my model, I'm going to move them away. Okay, so I can reuse the topology if I want to, but if my clothes become a bit too baggy, then some of the topology cannot be reused. I'm going to extrude, make it slightly longer. I'm going to use the sculpting tool as well. Now it looks like the skirt. So smoothing the model might help. Oops. What did I press? So I have a slightly longer t-shirt, so later on I will still adjust it if I want to, but I'm just going to use it for blocking purposes. Now let's say I want to clean up the edges, like for example here, I don't really need the extra edge to which have a triangle, so I can kind of remove it. Maybe even like some of these edges here, if it's redundant, we don't need to rig the model. Rigging is not part of our syllabus, and don't have the time to. It's like another module by itself really, rigging. So I'm straightening up some of the lines at the back because it's following the body way too much really. So I kind of need to do this, because if I'm doing a t-shirt, the t-shirt is supposed to be slightly loose. It's not supposed to be too tight. If it's too tight, then it becomes kind of like a bodysuit. Okay, so one of the fastest way to do cleanup is really to remove the lines, like what I did somewhere in the middle around here. So once I remove it, you can see that the lines are way straighter. And then we will kind of like recreate the lines again by connecting them. Okay, but for now it's ready to do some cleanup of the mesh. Even like this center part, I push in way too much. Oops. Okay, even if you want to use a cylinder and rebuild the t-shirt, also can. That might be an even faster way to do it, but just sharing with you what are the possible solutions. Okay, so once I kind of clean up already, wait, there's one more here. Okay, I'm just going to select the edges, connect, one more time, connect, time, connect. Okay, and that will get back the edge loop that I need for animation. So now I need to do the collar, so just going to want to shift control and get back the shape. Okay, so there are some videos that I have done it before, for last year or 2 years ago. Basically, that video is showing you how to create like jackets and leather suit or uniform or like shirts, polo tee or whatever. But you need to start off with a base mesh, which is something similar to what you see here. Again, it's not difficult to do this if you are doing from scratch. So I'm just going to show you very quickly what I mean by using a cylinder. You can also do something like that. Okay, again, some of you might really think that it's easier to kind of do everything from scratch. Okay, so with a cylinder, I'm just going to connect some edges. Okay, we roughly know that for the arms you need about 8, so just going to extrude, scale it down, go to the center here and chamfer it, delete. Is there something called circularize here? Oh, where is it? I remember Mr. Hotline got shared with us before. Circularize. Poof. Yay. Okay, delete half the model. Great. Delete. Straighten. Oh wait, that's not half the model. Okay, so very quick and simple way to kind of like do t-shirts and stuff. Maybe instead of starting off with 8 edges each loop, I might have started off with a 12. Maybe that would be better, because now I kind of need to add extra. But anyway, it's a small issue. Okay, so this is a quick way to do t-shirt as well. Okay, we are coming close to the end of this tutorial. You guys have any question you want to ask? Okay, if not, one last thing that I will share with you guys is how to create seam lines, which I will cover again next week, so don't have to worry if you don't get it. Just going to apply a blend material. Blend 2, let's call it t-shirt. Let's give it blue instead. Shirt. Where will we do the hair? Oh, hair is another very tricky thing to do. I don't have the intention right now to really share with you all how to do the hair, because not really a priority for us. But I will try to see if I can create some tutorial. I would say the first time doing hair, you will struggle a lot. Because again, different hair have different approach, different way of doing. So far, the best way of or the easiest way for beginner to do hair is using the planner method. You don't need to post your model. I've never said that you need to post your model. Since day one, we already say that your model don't have to be post. So I don't know why you say that you need to post the model. Don't know where you get the information from. So don't need to post the model. Okay, so for hair tutorial, I think I did some tutorial before. Let me just go and find for you on Mr. William's channel. I think it's this one. Oh no, not this one. Yeah, this one got Mr. William face one. Okay, video. Scroll. Yeah, there's two tutorial here. A bit outdated. The time I was in a rush to do it as well. But I just summarize how we can do the hair in case you guys are interested. Let me see which one is the part 1, part 2. Okay, so here what I did was I kind of have the image plane. This plane that you see here, they represent the hair. So the hair are like one strand of hair equals to one polygon kind. And after I kind of have modeled out the hair, I actually went over to create the hair strain in Photoshop. This is not the best way of creating the hair. Actually, there are some mistakes that I did here which I didn't rectify in the video. So maybe I will update the video in the future, but not so urgent. I think the accessory, the clothes are more urgent now. So once you kind of have that, you need to create your alpha map as well, opacity map, and then which I didn't do properly, and then that's where you can start planting your hair. So in this part where I'm planting the hair, this is the painful part because like you see this character hair isn't that difficult to do because it's kind of like combing upwards. If you are doing female characters hair, which sometimes could be quite tricky, especially those that are curl going down. If your hair is like perm, the perm hair are even more trickier to do. So I usually suggest people to do either a bit longer hair, more like a cap, where you can just model one piece and then you just put it over the head and stuff, or like hair like this. Try not to have too many partings because the partings might be hard to do, and curly hair especially is very hard to do. First come to worst, your character can be botak, don't have any hair, that's totally fine as well. So yeah, that's it in terms of hair. There's quite a few tutorials out there using this method as well, so you got to try it out. This one really have to try it out, and it's about try and error. So the first time I did was horrible. It's really true, try and error to understand the planting of the hair. You will realize you will waste a lot of time, but that's the only way you can learn doing it. So I can tell you the answer straight away, but you won't get the result and you still have to try and error. Okay, so yeah. Any other question regarding the hair or anything else for the model? Okay, if not, then I will suggest you guys to spend the weekend, go and search around for the clothes that you want your character to be wearing. I suggest them to wear simple clothes. Don't wear anything too fanciful because you might not have enough time to, or you might find it difficult to model it. So for me, I'm just going to I'll go along with something simple. So I myself have already done some research, some very simple one, like normal t-shirt and jeans. I might go away with the jacket, so t-shirt and jeans, shirt and short pants, simple shoe and stuff, singlet pant, something very local, and stuff. um, yeah, so that's it. I don't have anything else for you guys really, so I will see you guys next week, Monday, for the review of your work. Okay,